Welcome back for another video, and we are gonna be looking at Vesper's abilities and see how good she is. She is a magical supportive defender, so that means she will have some HP, a decent amount of HP, but not a whole lot because she's not a straight up defender. She is a supportive group a defender after all. So not too bad. You might can put her up in the front to tank a little bit here and there. Um, but So her first ability is a Twilight Overgrowth, and it says enhances active abilities of all allies in an area around Vesper for 10 seconds. It didn't really state how it's gonna enhance them, like increase their attacks or attack speed or ability power, penetration. I don't know what it just kind of say enhances for 10 seconds. God know what that means. So hopefully, um, they will explain that in a little bit more detail soon, or somebody figure it out. Um, but or it could just be all the above. It could enhance everything. So we'll see about that. But then the next part says the next active cast. So this is the second time when you deal the abilities again. It will um, do a additional 180 um, true damage. So ignore defense. And also stun all enemies for 2 seconds. So that's a pretty good one. As you can stun them for 2 seconds. And of course, in order to make it, not OP, is they have to do it on the second time that you use your abilities. Usually, by the time you use the second ability of the same hero, the battle's almost over by then. Um, so chances are you won't even get to the fourth, unless this will probably be beneficial. You're up against a boss. So, but at least you get to stun your enemy once before the battle's over. Um, let's see. Let's look at the second ability, and it says, upon death of any ally, okay, she will curse all enemy for 4 seconds. So, and basically, the enemies will have a 20% chance on every basic attack to stun themselves for 0.7 seconds. So I'm assuming by the time you level this to level 50, it's probably hitting about maybe 2 seconds or probably less than 2 seconds around there in total. But 20% chance is not a big chance. 2 out of every 10 hits, but still that is something. Assuming if there are some abilities on other Centaurian heroes also kind of similar to this. So you add them all up, somebody one of these 20% chance will kick in, and somebody on the enemy team will be stunned. But this one is the whole group, not just one individual that's attacking her. It's the whole group. Um, so that could be very, very useful. So far she's looking good. The third ability, each basic attack reduces target attacks basic attack damage speed or damage speed. Basic attack speed by 11.6% for 5 seconds. That's actually very, very good. Oh, by the way, the first ability is not does not scale. Second ability, of course, will scale. The third ability here is non-stackable, so that means you will not, if you hit fast, you cannot just cause somebody to completely slow down. However, but just at level 1 is 11.6%. That's a whole set of basic attack speed rune gone right there with just that. With just one of her hit, okay, one of her basic attack. So, but probably by the time you max it out, maybe 15 to 20%, probably around there, reducing speed. That's still quite significant. So basically the opponent will attack a lot slower, and that's really good if especially you have somebody who does a lot of damage behind her, and that can take out the opponent pretty quick too. She will live a little bit longer because of this ability right here. The next one, which is the last, her fourth ability, basically says that every time you use Twilight Overgrowth, which is the first ability, it grants the most damage ally, so somebody that had the least amount of health on your team, like 40, almost 50% actually. That's pretty good lifesteal for 6 seconds. So imagine you have Goruk that's barely alive. At this point, he will jump back to life basically. But Gorg usually is one of the last heroes to die on the team anyway, unless everybody just gang up against them. But uh, but that's actually very good. Almost a 50% life steal. So if you see, Centaurian heroes are very tanky at this point because of the amount of health they got, plus the on top of the troops that gives them extra health and bonus health on top of that. So if you add maybe lifesteal rune to these some of these defenders, they will be very deadly and very tough to kill. Either lifesteal or even health runes or um, defense. But I probably chances are if I get to pick, I'll probably go either with lifesteal and health, one of those. Um, because most hero now they do true damage. So you got a lot of like a lot of hero that they are introducing at this point do they do true damage. So at that point, that basically means it will get you your health directly. It doesn't matter you have a good 1,000 magical defense or um, physical defense because this will bypass true damage will bypass all of those. So health is having a lot of health is the only thing that's gonna keep you alive longer against those heroes. Although the true damage is actually kind of low, they keep it low for that very reason because it's very powerful if it becomes too much damage. But this last one is actually going to be useful as well to help the allies that's barely alive, and and it looks like it's gonna be um it doesn't say whether it's stackable or non-stackable, so I assume every time it doesn't say non-stackable, chances are it's probably stackable. So if you use it multiple times, your ally will be chances are your ally is going to come back to life pretty quick. So that is an excellent ability. Now let's look at her ice and fire, which I don't have it here because you have to have the hero unlock and awaken to get them. But I have it pull up here. It says that her ice, um, basically while she's alive, all allies are healed for 1k health every 3 seconds. So that's okay. I mean, at 1k is not much in this game. Consider heroes do like 50k damage, 30, 40. I mean, nah, it's that ice ability is probably a little insignificant in my opinion. Every 3 seconds, which is that's see if it's every 1k for every 1 second, that might be better. But every 3 seconds, that's not much. Consider most battle only lasts like less than 30 seconds. 20 seconds, 30 seconds around there. So and then her fire, which I think is probably a much better ability, is that at the beginning of the battle, all enemies have their basic attack speed reduced by 30% for 12 seconds. That's a whole lot. 30%, but for 12 seconds, that's a long time. Um, and man, that ability can really allow your heroes on your side to really put out some great damages before the other team can actually pick up the pace. And on top of that, fire. She has her other ability slows down enemies and stuns them. So this one, her third one, slows them down, and then her second ability basically stuns them too. So she is actually a very good supportive hero. Although she doesn't do that much of a damage, she does decent amount of damage, but not a whole lot. But she is actually very. I think she's probably one of the best hero in the whole group. Um, Atrax is good. He tanks really well. I think Atrax, her, and Nestor probably are the three that, and Paltress too. Not bad. All of them they have a good role. Rhea is the only one I kind of don't understand why she's even in here. She she's just kind of bad in general, and it costs um five it consumes us 5 energy every time you use her too. Of course, Vesper consumes 5 energy, which is kind of expected because she's pretty good. But who knows? Maybe Rhea in the future will be actually a whole lot better if you combine her with the rest of the teams. But I have yet to see that happening. But right now, though, I'm very curious to see, if somebody has the whole team all 5 star, all buffed up, with runes and stuff. I'm very curious to go up against them and see how well those heroes they do as a team. I think together as a team they are very strong. but you use them here and there, they probably not going to be as beneficial because of everybody has the ability to stun. They can't be super strong because then that would just ruin the game. So when they are divided, I think they're gonna be a little bit weak. But when they're put together, they're probably gonna be pretty dang powerful because of the ability to stun enemies and slow them down. But yeah, I think she's a really good hero to have. Definitely get her if you can. All right, so that is it for this video. I will thank you so much for watching. I'll see you all next time. Take care.